The Prophet prayed normally 4 times. He said, we can pray in twos and 3 and 1. But the Prophet normally prayed 2. Salat al-Duha is a salah after the sun rises. At least after certain time, maybe after 20 minutes. Up to before the sun reaches the night. In between, you can pray any time. But the best time is the Prophet said, when the camels feel the sand is hot. That means in between the sunrise and the highest point, after that is a better time. As I was discussing, that Salah we have to, if you knew what is the benefit, you will never miss a Salah. And discipline your life. Your full life revolves around Salah. Because if you offer Salah regularly, it helps you in various social aspects. And Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Humaza, وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ. Chapter 104 verse number 1. Don't every time you stand in moment backbite. Don't stand in moment, don't backbite. Allah says in Surah Hujrat chapter 49 verse number 11 and 12, that let not one group of men laugh at the other, you will never know that the latter will be better than the former. Let not one group of women laugh at the other, you will never know that the latter will be better than the former. Do not defame one another, do not be sarcastic, do not call each other by offensive nickname. Verse number 12 says, avoid suspicion. For many a time, suspicion is a sin. Do not talk about each other behind their back. Are you ready to eat? Are you ready to eat the dead meat of your brother? That means doing giba, backbiting, is like eating the meat of your dead brother. It's a concept. Eating dead meat is haram, which I mentioned earlier. It's for the man that prefers for the Muslim. But here Allah says, if you do giba, if you backbite, you are eating the dead meat of your brother. Double sin. Eating dead meat and eating meat of your brother. Double sin. And here we have been programmed that do not backbite, do not spoil each other's offensive name, do not laugh at one another. Allah encourages in the Salah to speak the truth. Allah says in Surah chapter 17 verse 21, وَقُلْ جَعَلَ مُزَاقَ الْبَاطِلِ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. The truth is heard against falsehood, falsehood perishes. For falsehood is biased being bound to perish. Allah says in Surah chapter 243 that do not replace truth with falsehood. Do not replace truth with falsehood. And do not cover truth. That means we have encouraged only speaking. Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Al-Qamar chapter 29 verse 45, Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i. Verily, salah restrains you from shameful and unjust deeds. If you offer salah, it keeps you on the straight path. It restrains you from shameful and unjust deeds. Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2 verse number 88, that use not your wealth as bait in order to eat other people's wealth. Here Allah is talking about bribing. You cannot bribe, use your wealth to bribe the judges in order to eat other people's wealth. So bribing is haram. Allah says in the Quran, in Surah chapter 38, that verily in the remembrance of Allah does heart find satisfaction. If salah will be peace of mind. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah does the heart find satisfaction. You get peace of mind. which is serenity. Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Al-Quran, chapter 49, verse 3, يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله يتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. O humankind, they have created you from single person of male to male, and have divided you into nations and tribes so that you shall respect each other. Not that you will fight with each other. In this verse of the Quran, Allah says that the criteria for judgment in the sight of Allah is not sex, is not wealth, is not color, is not race, but it is taqwa, it is righteousness, it is God consciousness, it is piety. The only criteria that one human being can be superior to the other human being is by taqwa, is the righteousness, is by God consciousness. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 153, that seek help with patience and perseverance and prayer. Inna Allah ma'as-sabirin. Verily, Allah is with those who patiently persevere. Allah says in the Quran that seek help with patience, perseverance and salah. Inna Allah ma'as-sabirin. Verily, Allah is with those who patiently persevere. There are various benefits of salah. You can go on and on speaking from us to the time will not permit us. I will just speak about some of the medical benefits of salah. You can speak on speaking for us the benefits of salah. I'll just touch on some of the medical benefits of salah. Normally in a salah, when we ruku, when we bow down, the blood flows in the upper part of the body. And there is relaxation of the body. The spine is supple. There is nourishment of the spinal nerves and the back muscles. This position is good against flatulence. When you come back to the standing position, or upward position, the blood goes back normally and you relax. Then you go into sajda position. Sajda is one of the best positions of salah. Normally, our body is under our control, but our mind is not under our control. And as I told you, our mind is from one. But our body is under our control. So the best way to humble our mind is to humble the body. Put the highest part of the body, the forehead, on the lowest part of the ground. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Glory be to Allah, the Most High. Glory be to Allah, the Most High. Because our mind is not under our control, but our body is under control, the psychology tells us the best way to humble our mind is to humble our body. That is simple. In such that there are various medical benefits. Normally, the human beings throughout the day, they get electrostatic charges from the atmosphere. And this electrostatic charges gets precipitated in the central nervous system. You have seen the difference between a two-pin blood and a three-pin blood. The three-pin blood, the third pin is from downhill. When the electrostatic charges are there throughout the day, they are falling onto the ground. In the sajda, when you are putting your forehead onto the ground, the electrostatic charges get downhill. The third pin that is there is attached into the ground. So, in the salah, in sujood, in sajda, your electrostatic charges get grounded. If you put your hand below the table, don't get a shock. but it's a scientific phenomenon. So the image of the charges that are there, it is precipitated into the center of the system. So in the sense that these electrode charges get grounded and it gives you peace. Number two, there is an increased flow of blood into the brain which keeps the brain healthy. Number three, there is increased flow of blood into the face which keeps the face healthy, especially in the cold season. It prevents you from having diseases such as chin pains and fibrositis. When you are doing sijda, there is drainage of the sinuses. And the maxillary sinus, the posterior pupil, is on the top and the medial part. Like when you want to empty a pot which is filled, when you turn it, it is empty. So in sajda, the maxillary sinus gets drained. So a person who has maxillary sinusitis, he often has afternoon headache. A person who has sajda, the maxillary sinus gets drained. Even the other sinuses, like frontal sinuses, ethmoid sinuses, sphenoid sinuses, all of these get drained. So if you offer 5 times salah, there are less chances in your sinusitis. When you do sajda, there is even drainage of the bronchial trees in the lungs. The secretion of the lungs, they get drained. There is less chances you have bronchitis. Less chances you have disease of the lungs. When you do sajda, normally when you breathe, only 2/3 of your air in the lungs is breathed out. 1/3 more part is called as residual air. So normally when you breathe when you are standing, only 2/3 of the air is exhaled out. Unless you have a deep breath, normally when you breathe, only 2/3 of your air is exhaled out. The remaining 1/3 is called as residual air. In sajda, the abdominal viscera presses against the lower lobe, presses against the diaphragm, and the diaphragm presses against the lower lobe of the lungs, and even this residual air is exhaled out. So when you breathe, while you are doing sajda, more fresh air comes in. All these are scientific benefits. So the abdominal viscera presses against the diaphragm presses against the lower lobe. So when you breathe in sajda, there is more fresh air coming in. You don't have to do the breathing exercises of people and ask. In salah, you get many exercises in breathing. When you are doing sajda, there is more venous return of the abdominal viscera because there is less gravitational on the abdominal viscera. Because in sajda, the position is such. So because of that, the venous return of the abdominal viscera is increased. Because of such that this position, it is a prophylactic treatment for femoral hernia as well as esophageal hernia. The ruku position and the ruku for esophageal hernia. And the sajda position, it's a prophylactic treatment for femoral hernia. It's also prophylactic treatment for a person suffering from hemorrhoids, called piles. The common people call it piles. The medical terminology is hemorrhoid. So it's a prophylactic treatment for hemorrhoids and for uterus collapse. For a woman who is suffering from uterus collapse or hemorrhoids, this is a prophylactic treatment. When we say that, there is an increased venous blood. So in the sajda, the position is such that you are placing your weight on the knees and your hands and on your forehead. And today science tells us that the soleus muscle, the calf muscles, they are called as the peripheral heart. They are also called as secondary heart. So in the sajda position, because the weight is on the knee, on the feet and on the hands, there is pressure on the calf muscles. Because of that, blood is pumped to the lower part of the body, in the peripheral heart. In this position, the sajda position even strengthens the muscles of the leg, of the knee, of the thigh, and of the spine. There is less transfer than disease of the spine. In this position of sajda, there is less transfer than disease of the knee. Only sajda alone has got several benefits. This position of sajda is even helpful in cardiac disease. If you are suffering from cardiac disease, it's a very good position. Then you have the jalsa position. You come back from sajda to the sitting position called as jalsa. In the sitting position, the blood which has gone to the upper part of the body comes back. You feel relaxed. There is pressure on the thigh muscles and the muscles of the spine. It's a prophylactic for spine disease. And in this position of jalsa, this position is also very good for peptic ulcer. If you are suffering from peptic ulcer or from stomach ailments, it's a good position. It's even good position for flatulence. And then when you stand up, that's a qiyam. Then you stand up from the jalsa position. Your weight is on the ball of your feet. When the weight is on the ball of your feet, your thigh muscles, your back muscles, and your calf muscles activate. Exercise. Less transfer than disease of the back of the knee also. There are various benefits for your salah. But we Muslims, we don't offer salah for these medical benefits. We Muslims, we offer salah to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We offer salah because it's the commandment of Allah and His Rasul. We Muslims don't do salah for all these benefits. Many medical benefits are not. These are sweet dishes. Now, meat, biryani, it may satisfy a non-Muslim. Oh, so many benefits, better than going to the gym, better than doing yoga, better than doing trance and 10 meditations. 40 letters of trance and 10 meditation. You have to pay through your nose. Our salah is free. Our biryani, our meditation should be Allah. These are side benefits. Salah that we offer is very important for every Muslim. It is compulsory that every Muslim should offer salah. For some, one may tell you, okay, there are so many benefits, you have listed medical benefits, you have listed about to improve your life, peace, serenity, will take away the obscenity in your life, alcohol, etc. But yet, we find many Muslims who pray salah, and yet they are not good Muslims. Is it right or wrong? Is this question correct or not? We find some people who pray 5 times a day, but yet they lie, yet they cheat. Yes or no? Yes or no? In Indonesia, yes or no? Yes. So people ask me the question, Dr. Zakir Naik giving such a big lecture, so many benefits, but yet we know this Muslim who prays 5 times, but he's a cheater, he's a liar, he's a rubbish. So I tell you, Allah says in the Quran, it's for the Mu'minun, chapter number 20. 3, verse number 1 and 2. Indeed, successful are those believers who offer salah with humility and with attentiveness, with khushu. قد أفلح المؤمنون. Indeed, verily, successful are the believers, those who have khushu, caution, humility, and that means Quran says everyone who offers salah will not find success. Only those who are successful who offer salah with humility and attentiveness. So only offering salah is not sufficient. Offering salah with humility and attentiveness is enough. Some people, there's a hadith. A man came and offered salah very fast. The Prophet said, offer again. He again offered very fast. The Prophet said, offer again. He said, what's wrong? The Prophet said, every movement should be slow. Not be slow at 100 miles per hour. You know, in Tarawih, if you Google Tarawih, in YouTube, you will search YouTube. Fast Tarawih. So in some parts of the world, they read 20 rakah in few minutes. 4 minutes they finish 20 rakah. And when the Imam is in first, when the Imam is in second, sijda, the Muqtadi and the first sijda. Very fast. There is a competition between mosque. Who finishes fast? I finish in 10 minutes, I finish in 7 minutes, I finish in 4 minutes, full 20 rakah. Then you can Google or go to YouTube and search Tarawih all over the world very fast. You can understand it. So do you think this khushu? Should be khushu? Nobody can benefit. All the medical benefits zero. Because if you do sajda like that, no blood flow is coming up, nothing. All the medical benefits are at zero. Offer salah correctly with the medical benefits. Allah says in the Quran, indeed successful are believers. But after the moon, الذين صلاة الخشوع. Those who offer salat khushu. If you don't offer khushu, you will not have all the benefits. And there are many examples. Once, there was an Indian guy going to South India. Very good guy. So they told him, why don't you read the Maghrib Salah? So he started reading the Maghrib Salah. He finished the Salah. So the Imam asked, did you not like the Qira'at? Did you not like the Qira'at? He said, MashaAllah, the Qira'at was very good. But I was wondering, in the Salah, you put Yusuf and Salah. And repeated. Who understood the joke? I repeated. One time Indian Imam goes to Saudi Arabia. Because of the famous national leader for his son. When the Maghrib Salah, he recited the Salah, he finished the Salah. After the Salah from Saudi starts smiling. The Imam is asking, did you not like my Qira'at? He said, your Qira'at was wonderful, excellent. But I was wondering why we were reciting Surah Yusuf in the Salah. Why did you put Yusuf in the Salah in the well? But before the Salah was over, why did you get him out of the well?